So vlog number 2, haven't got the mic, haven't got the tripod, so apologies if the camera's a bit shaky, but we're just out on our normal morning walk, and with the wife, with the baby, out in Crete, and we were just talking about growing our business. And if you come along in this journey with me, you're not only going to see me turn my 6-figure business into a 7-figure business, but you're also going to see me transform this body as well, which is currently out of shape in comparison to the standard I used to uphold for myself. So I turned 40 in September, and I want to have visible abs by that time. It's only 6 months away, which is totally doable. But I also want to prove to people and prove to myself and hold myself accountable to one thing I've said for the last 10 years, which I've actually failed to deliver on, which is being a man or being a person that can have it all. And what do I mean by someone that can have it all? Well, in the past, like, our relationship has always been good. Like, me and my wife are teammates, we're lovers, and then we were like, we want to grow a business. So our relationship is on fire, we're having a great time, everything's progressing, we're each other's teammate. So it's like, now let's focus on business. And then we focused on business for a good 2 years, but I neglected my health. And because I neglected my health and I was missing workouts, I was using work as an excuse, or I'm too tired, all these other things. What ended up happening is I went from a decent weight of around about 90 kgs to 108. And I was in the worst shape of my life. And I may even edit in a before and after up here of how I looked, which was like about 6 months apart from doing my wife's gut health protocol, which got me back in shape. And then I started to really focus on my health, because my mental health was deteriorating, because my physical health was deteriorating. And I was like, I've got to focus on my health. And I really got into focusing on my health. And once again, maintaining and growing my relationship. And to be honest with you, out of the 4 things, like myself, my relationships, my health and my wealth, the relationship thing just comes naturally. So I'm quite lucky there, I'm quite blessed. But what ended up happening? My business started to decline, because I was focusing so much on the nutrition, I was focusing so much on the workouts, I was focusing on these lengthy morning routines and getting up at 5 a.m. and, you know, eating peasant calories and so on. So then from there, I'd sidetracked from business. And because I sidetracked from business, then my mental health went down, because I was like in scarcity mode, in fear of like, are clients going to continue to pay? Are they going to renew? Are we going to get new business? Where are our next leads coming from? And then the cycle continues. And it's like the pendulum swings this way and it gets stuck for a few months. And then it has to swing the other way. And I'm kind of always playing catch up with myself. So one of the main reasons I want you to follow on this journey is so that you can see me proving to you that you can have it all. You can have an amazing business that is built by design and not by default, that works for you and creates not just time, location, but financial freedom. That you can still have an amazing body externally and internally, so you can look aesthetically pleasing. You can look how people naturally looks 50 years ago, right? And still have great internal health as well, and also support and grow your mental health as well as your relationships. And you can have it all. And I've been saying you can have it all for years, but now I'm going to really fulfill that promise to myself and show you how I'm doing it. So what I would love for you to do on this journey with me, and once again, apologies for the shaky camera and doing this by hand, and I've just finished a back and biceps workout, so my arm is absolutely killing me, is I'd love for you to just comment along on this journey what you'd like to see more of, because I still have no idea where this channel is going. But one thing I do know is I'm going to be showing up every single day. And you might seem that's a bit extreme, but I want to get extreme results in my life, and I want to prove to myself that I can vlog this journey for a minimum of 30 days in a row. We're only on day 2, so 28 days to go. And it's all about consistency, right? And I will share how I'm growing my business and how I've grown my business from 0 to multiple 6 figures a year. And I'll be continue to share in my journey of how I'm growing it to 7 figures a year. But I'm not too sure, and let me know in the comments if you really want to know the specifics. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I was having a chat with my wife when we was working out this morning. And I was saying to her, look, the majority of people, like 99% of people out there that want to create more freedom, that want to earn more money, that want to grow an online business, they already know what to do. Like that little voice inside of your head is giving you the answers. The work you're avoiding is where you're going to start to grow. The things that you know you hate doing, that most people hate doing, are the things that you need to do. Because if you're willing to do the things that most people won't, you'll be able to live a life that most people won't. And if you're willing to make sacrifices, then you will achieve your dream outcomes. Because if you don't make sacrifices for your dreams, for your goals, for your outcomes, those dreams, goals and outcomes will be the sacrifice. And I know it's a very cliche, cheesy saying, but it's true. It really is. So if you want to know the specifics of like what funnels I'm using or what outbound strategies I'm using, what content strategy I'm using, then please let me know and I will share them. I'll share screen, I'll open up what I do inside my program with my paying clients and share that value with you, because I want to help as many people in the next 20, 30 years, however long I'm going to do this for, or the rest of my life. I hope I'll turn 40 this year. I want to do this till I'm at least 70, but I want to help as many people create financial freedom. I want to help as many people lead an inspiring and compelling life. Because I remember hearing a statistic many years ago, so it might even be worse now. And this statistic was that 1 in 30 men, and this was in the UK, and I no longer live in the UK, I live in Crete, but 1 in 30 men in the UK live an inspired life. 1 in 30 men in the UK live a life driven by purpose. And that really makes me feel sad, like it really does. Because if you're living a life with no purpose and you feel unfulfilled, you get into this dark hole. And this dark hole can seem treacherous and hard to get out. And you kind of then settle for mediocre, you settle for life. You just say, well, that's just life, isn't it? But there is a way out. And me saying about a dark hole, it actually reminds me of a story, and I'd love to share it with you. And it's a story about a man that's just going on a journey, and he's trying to get to the next checkpoint. And along the way, he trips, and he falls into a deep, dark hole. And this deep, dark hole is smelly, it's dark, it's covered in thorns, poison ivy, you name it. And he can't seem to climb out of this hole. And he's trying for days, he's trying for weeks, and he's at the point of giving up. And then he sees a policeman walk past the hole. And as he looks up, he shouts to the policeman, please, please, help me out of this hole. And the policeman looks down at the man in the hole, writes him a ticket and throws it down. He's like, what the hell is this gonna do? This isn't gonna help me get out of this hole. And then a few more days go by and he's at the point of giving up again. And he looks up and there's a doctor, and he's like, a doctor will help me. Please, please, please help me out of this hole. And the doctor looks down at the man, and you can probably guess where this is going. He writes him a prescription and throws it down the hole. And he's like, how the hell is that gonna help me get out of this hole? And then finally, a priest walks past. And he's like, God will save me. And he shouts out to the priest, please help me out of this hole. And the priest looks down and he writes him a prayer and throws it down. And he's like, the police can't help me, the government can't help me, the doctors can't help me, God won't even help me. And he's at the end of the rope. He's at the point where he's just gonna bury his head in that hole and just wait until, he passes away. And finally, apologies for the noise in the background, this happens when you haven't got a mic or a tripod ready, a stranger stops and sees the man in the hole. And he shouts out to the man in the hole, hello, hello, because the man is about to give up. He's got his eyes closed. And the man looks up at the stranger and they make eye contact, and the stranger jumps into the hole. And the man says to the stranger, what the hell are you doing? And the stranger puts his hand on the man's shoulder and says, don't worry, brother. I've been in this hole before and I know the way out. And literally you can probably see my hair's standing on end, because when I first heard that story, it made me cry. It made me so emotional. Because you may be in a hole right now and you may feel stuck. And one of my biggest goals and ambitions for this channel and for these vlogs is to either pass you the rope and then help you climb out, or you can climb out yourself, or to jump in there with you because I've been there before and I know the way out. And I'm going to share a lot more on this vlog, on this channel. I'm going to keep it short for today, but I have battled through adversity many, many times. That's why I'm always smiling. That's why 99% of the time I'm always positive. It's because I've escaped death twice. I've been broke as a joke in 30 grand's worth of debt. I used to be a high functioning alcoholic. I've lived multiple lives in the past. And I know how to make those changes. I've done it myself, I've solved those problems, and I want to share with you lot how to solve them yourself. So please hit me in the comments below if that story resonated. Please hit in the comments below if you'd like to see more content and more help and more support and more resources to either change your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, or if you're looking to grow your business to 6 to 7 figures and come on this journey with me, or you want to improve your relationships or your self-image and grow in confidence and start taking action every day. Stop overanalyzing, stop waiting for everything to be perfect, for the planets to align, but you just being aligned with the reality you want to create. That is the key. So I'll see you in the next vlog. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this walk with the wife so that I'm present, and like and subscribe if you got value from this today. Much love, guys. See you in the next one.